Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting, the You're Gonna Be So Damn Impressed edition.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the word impressed on this podcast can be easily switched out for so grossed out.
That's true. Like, is it gonna be a 32-foot rectum tapeworm? That's impressive.
That's incredibly impressive, but also gross.
That's right.
So I guess
That's true.
the real question I'm trying to ask is this a butt thing?
Oh. Believe it or not, we're taking a little hiatus from butts today.
What?
Yes, I know.
This is a big deal.
It is. I know.
Y'all.
We needed a little break, but don't worry. We're going to dive back into butts probably very quickly.
Thank
very
God.
soon.
I love to dive into a butt.
That's right.
It's my favorite thing.
Can't stay away too long.
Nope.
Today is episode 071, 2 More Reasons to Love Honeybees.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. I know.
I love honeybees.
Yes, I know.
I don't like being anywhere near them. But I like that they exist.
Yeah.
I love what they do.
It's a very heartwarming thought that they're out there. Just stay away from me. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Not close to my head or my arms or my body or chasing me as I try to calmly move away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love them from a distance.
Absolutely love them. You're going to love them 2 times as much after we get through 2 stories of just adventure, survival. They're just so impressive. Every time there's a new discovery about honeybees, it's just remarkable what these little creatures can do.
What can't they do? That's the real question. What can't they do?
I'm Jill Chacha, and I am with the very impressed Marissa Riley.
Thank you. I am here. I am impressed. I think I'm not going to be grossed out today, which is a big change.
Yeah.
Even though I love being grossed out. I think I'm just fully pumped.
Fully stoked?
To hear about bees.
Fully stoked about the bees.
Yeah.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the flock.
Welcome.
Dr. Riley here comes in cold and learns everything in real time, just like you.
It's true. I had no idea what we were going to talk about. I have a slight idea because I would say and this number fluctuates, but I would say about 65% of the time we talk about something related to the butt. So that's why I'm like, is this a butt thing? Because, I mean, and I'm not saying we're like constantly trying to talk about butts, but like so many things are related to butts, y'all have no idea. Yeah. Or maybe you do. If you listen to this podcast, you really do. If
you've listened 3 times, 2 of the 3 times has probably been an anus or rectum or something about the gut.
It all roads lead to butts. That's right. Did I get that even remotely right?
Yeah. Put it on a tote.
Put it on a tote. I'm so bad at guessing phrases. Once in the middle of a meeting, I was like, what do you call it when you're at the end of the race? And then I was like, we're at the end of the race. And I just realized that's not funny unless you were there. So just ignore me.
I was there. It was hysterical. You on a Zoom meeting and you took the reins and you're like, we're at the, what do they call it? We're at the end of the race.
We're at the end of the race.
So anyway, I just told your story again. Sorry about that.
No, we really had to make this point clear because we cannot get over it. And I'm sure our listeners are like,
overjoyed.
Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah. We have to work on a mug that says all roads lead to the butt.
Butts.
Yeah.
I like that. What a chance for art. Yes. Let me tell you, if you are an artist and you want to draw something that interprets that, all roads lead to butts.
Yes.
You feel free to make it as literal as possible. I would pay for that. I would really pay.
Eventually we will get to a merch store. So I swear to God.
And that could be the first thing on it.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
So many opportunities.
Yes.
But should we begin?
We absolutely should.
Today we've got 2 stories about one hero that's been keeping us alive for millennia, our friend, the honeybee.
Love it.
Now, it seems the more we pay attention to this itty-bitty cutie, the more we learn just how fucking amazing they are, how intelligent and how just really ingenious. And maybe, just maybe, we could learn a thing or two from them to help get our fucking act together.
That would be nice. We have really lost track of everything.
Yeah.
We've really gone off the rails. Am I using that right? Probably not.
That's the right saying.
Okay.
That's good.
So we've gone off the rails. Yeah. We're not at the end of the race.
Not by any means.
I will say we did get one piece of information that I think is real, which is that I've deviated this so far. We can have cocktails delivered in New York, and I realize that doesn't affect very many people, but it affects us.
Yeah, it really made our day that we can get to-go cocktails once more in the city and the outer boroughs. So this will be a lubricated podcast.
Yes. Full disclosure, we had it for a while and then they took it away from us, which was mean because we got used to that life, and now it's coming back. It's the saga that should end.
And we could cheers to the honeybees after we learn about what the fuck.
Oh yeah, back to the honeybees.
They're doing.
Ignore me forever.
No. Well, with the beginning of a new year and a new variant joining us along for the ride, because of course, what better way to begin this episode than with this recent discovery? Now, Dr. Marissa, why don't you do the honor of reading to us this headline from an article from Eureka Alert published back in October 2021.
I would absolutely love to. All right, the headline is, quote, "Honeybees use social distancing to protect themselves against parasites." End of title. That's right. So cute. Mm-hmm. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I have an idea.
Okay. Well, my friends, our bee friends understand the importance of social distancing, which is what we've come to learn over the pandemic.
Yes. I wish more of us understood it, but we're working on it.
Researchers from the UCL Center for Biodiversity and Environment Research, the University of Sassari, the University of Turin, all based in Italy.
Amazing.
And the Martin Luther University Halle-Wittenberg in Germany. Mm-hmm. That was a lot of words, but they all got together and performed a nifty little experiment that produced some nifty results. To see what they did, we're going to have to travel back in time to the year no one remembers. Say it with me now.
2019. Oh my God. Everything happened that we didn't know about in 2019. What a year.
My God. So slap on your best beekeeping equipment because we're heading over to the experimental farm over at the Department of Agricultural Sciences of the previously mentioned University of Sassari. Now, where in the hell is all of this? Don't worry, I got you.
Amazing.
It's gorgeous, really. This all happens to be located on the painfully beautiful island of Sardinia.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
I have heard of it, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Please, everyone, imagine the sexy boot of Italy.
You got it.
Point to the middle of the West Coast, and there is Rome.
Okay.
Now move your finger just a wee 300 miles farther west, and there is Sardinia.
Gorgeous.
Tucked away in the northern coastline is the university, and honestly, give it a Google because it's so damn beautiful. You'll puke. I just fell down a rabbit hole looking at the beaches there. Jesus, it's ridiculous.
I think that's the first time also that we've told someone in a while to Google something that is safe for work. Oh, you can absolutely Google this at work.
Yeah.
And nothing bad will happen to you. I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun. Go for it.
That's right. Anyway, it was here where 18 colonies were rigged with tiny internal cameras, all set up to record the behaviors of our buddies, the honeybee. I know. Now, some hives were healthy and parasite-free. Those were the control group. But some others were naturally infected with a mite.
Oh.
I know. A mite whose name is worthy of the Marvel Universe. It's called the Varroa Destructor.
Oh, my God. That is so Marvel. I'm trying to think of like one name to compare it to. Of course, all of Marvel knowledge is leaving my brain. Gamora. Is that the name of one of them? Or is that just like a fabulous party word I've memorized?
Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea. Yeah, anyways.
When it comes to you, just scream it out, even if I'm talking. Just
Thanos! Thanos was a character, and that sounds like a Thanos.
There you go. Totally does. So Varroa Destructor is a fucking mean little fucker that means business. And it's an ancient enemy of the honeybee. That's basically a bloodsucker.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's an ectoparasite that feeds off their blood and at the same time, on occasion, can transmit extremely deadly viruses in the process.
This is awful.
Yeah, it's kind of like how mosquitoes can transmit malaria to humans.
Yeah. But I feel like size-wise, these almost are closer to their size than like a mosquito.
They're really, really tiny. Actually, I don't have a photo of them, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but they suck, literally, figuratively.
Got it.
Yeah. So, Dr. Marissa, please give us one example of how this mite can devastate a honeybee population, as reported by the Guardian article, Honeybee Decline linked to killer virus.
I would love to. All right, quote, within a year of Veros arrival in Hawaii, 274 of 419 colonies on Oahu Island, 65%, were wiped out, with the mites going on to wreak destruction across the Big Island the following year. End quote.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know, that's just one example.
That's over half.
Yeah.
And then they just move on to the next
That's
island.
right. That's right. You got it. Yeah.
Jeez.
So honeybees seem to be well aware of what an infestation of Varroa destructor can do because, as the recent study noted, that title, the behavior of bees within the infected hives, their behavior was dramatically different to their counterparts.
I hate to say it, but this is relating a little bit to Endgame from Marvel. Because he, like, snaps his fingers. I'm so sorry to all of the real Marvel fans out there who are like, oh, please don't talk again. But, like, yeah, he snaps his fingers.
Yeah.
Half of the bees, half of the existing
The
things
universe, right?
of the universe disappeared.
Yeah.
And the other half is sad.
Yeah. That includes the bees.
That includes the bees!
That's right.
Oh, my God.
That son of a bitch.
Nailed it. Not at all.
So, on average, honeybee colonies are organized into two main compartments, if you will. Okay. There's the outer one, occupied by the foragers, and the inner one, where nurses, the queen, and her brood are found. Now, these two sections remain mostly segregated because the foragers run the risk of returning with more than pollen, like that mite, for example.
Yeah.
So this setup decreases the chance any parasite can make its way to the queen or to the baby bees.
Oh.
Now, in this instance, though, all these other colonies, the setup had failed, and the mites infiltrated, and the bees went to Plan B, super social distancing. Now, Dr. Marissa, please tell us, according to eurekalert.org, what did the researchers see?
I would love to talk about it. All right, quote, the researchers found that one behavior, foraging dances, which can increase mite transmission, occurred less frequently in central parts of the hive. The researchers say it appears that overall foragers move towards the periphery of the nest while young nurse and groomer bees move towards its center in response to an infestation to increase the distance between the two groups, end quote. So this is very smart.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're taking the mites seriously.
Yes.
In all parts, northern
Yes.
and southern, of the colony?
Colony.
The colony.
That's right.
Unlike other.
That's right. That's right. Lead author Michelini Pasidou went on to tell Eureka Alert, quote, the observed increase in social distancing between the two groups of bees within the same parasite-infested colony represents a new and in some ways surprising aspect of how honeybees have evolved to combat pathogens and parasites.
I'm not surprised. They're kind of awesome.
I know.
So.
Their ability to adapt their social structure and reduce contact between individuals in response to a disease threat allows them to maximize the benefits of social interactions where possible and to minimize the risk of infectious diseases when needed, end quote. Woo! Now, that's a kick-ass quote, and I've got another one for you. Dr. Alessandro Cini, co-author of the research, told The Guardian, if you think we have a brain, we're conscious, but it took us time to change our everyday behavior in response to COVID. Yeah. It's exciting to see that other animals are doing doing something similar.
Aww,
end quote.
Yeah.
I know.
They're so efficient, too. They're doing such a good job.
So, now, if you think this is all interesting, it gets even cooler.
Okay.
The research team went into the lab and shrank down this experiment.
Oh.
The control group were small groups of non-infested honeybees, and the experimental group consisted of other small groups of about 12 young bees with a few members artificially infested with mites. When in such small groups, the bees didn't increase their social distancing. Researchers believe that bees opted not to separate because at such a small scale, if they were to separate, the group would for certain die.
Amazing.
Yeah, because an individual bee can't survive at all.
Yeah.
So it gets better. Dr. Marissa, what else did these small groups of bees do to help each other out?
Oh my God, I'm really excited. All right, according to the Guardian article, honeybees use social distancing when mites threaten hives. Quote, there were differences in grooming behavior. Infected bees were groomed more, inspected more, and had food shared with them more than individuals in uninfected groups. End quote.
I know.
They helped each other.
They helped each other out
they cleaned each other and fed each other.
That's right. I know.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cute.
When the group is so small, they're like, we have to do this. We're in this together because there's only 12 of them.
And they can't live without it. And it's so cute that instead of like going by the big whatever regulations, they're like, okay, but what's best for our little
situation? Yeah.
Our situation.
Exactly. Yeah. How fucking cool is that?
I love bees. Bees are awesome. I love them so. I wish I could hug them, but I really don't want to.
No,
I don't think they want me to either.
Yeah. After the break, how can we make this episode even more fucking awesome? We're gonna add a volcano.
What?
Yes.
Amaze.
Stay tuned.
Please do.
Hello everyone, Stakuyi here.
And I'm Gabby.
And we are the hosts of History of Everything, a podcast which you can probably guess by the name is, well, I mean, it's about everything. Do you want to know why people thought potatoes were evil and would give you syphilis? Are you curious about all the stories of the terrible and stupid ways that people have kicked the bucket over the years? Do you want to hear tales about all of the different badasses of history and the lives that they had brought to life? Well, if so, then look no further. History of Everything is just the right podcast for you. It's available on Spotify, Pandora, and anywhere else that you get your podcast from. Join us for some fun and just see how weird and wacky history can be.
We're the All Creatures Podcast. Each week, Angie and I explore and share amazing details about the many animals we share our world with.
Plus, Chris and I are both PhD scientists and educators. So we do the deep dives in the scientific research and then come back and share what we learn in a fun and casual way. We also speak with other scientists, animal experts, activists, and many other conservation enthusiasts from all over the planet.
So you can find the All Creatures Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for Podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting. And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back. And the volcano gods are pissed.
When are they not? When are they not?
Yes, my friends, the Cumbre Vieja volcano on the tiny island of La Palma began a series of devastating eruptions on September 19th, 2021.
Oh, no.
And get this, and continued on for 85 additional days.
Dude, that was like not that long ago.
No.
Is it? I'm doing the math poorly.
Yeah.
Is it still happening?
No, it started the 19th and went on for like 2.5 months, just like straight. Yeah.
So it just stopped.
It just stopped. Yeah. So, where exactly is this volcano and how fucking devastating was this? Don't worry, I got you. Everyone, imagine Spain.
You got it.
Just underneath to the south is North Africa.
Okay.
Specifically Morocco is right there. Now, if you move your eyes west, about 500 miles into the Atlantic. We're in the gorgeous Canary Islands of Spain.
Lovely.
I know. And one of those islands is La Palma. She's itty-bitty, just under 300 square miles. And as of 2020, about 86,000 people live on this tiny island. So I don't think it's a stretch for me to say every one of them was probably affected by those 2.5-month-long eruptions.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Marissa, before I quote some stats from CNN, I'd like to show you a picture of just one lava flow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And please tell us what you see, how deep the flow is, just what you see.
Okay.
And of course, the photo will be on our social media stuffs. Come on by, and I'll also add some photos of those mites, also just to round it out. So
Sounds amazing.
yeah. So here is the photo. Tell us what you see.
Okay. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
Once again, this looks like something from Marvel. It's like, okay, imagine like the most beautiful Spanish beach city you've ever seen. Like a street in Spain on this tiny island in Spain. Everything is colorful and gorgeous and palm trees. And then imagine half of that is covered in like black, crusty, like a black, crusty wave.
Yes.
And it just covers everything. Half of that street.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's still liquidy or if it's dried up, but it's so sad.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
It's really bad. It's at least 2 stories high.
Yeah.
Because there is an apartment complex in the photo, and it reaches the 2nd level of this beautiful pink apartment building.
I still want to stay there.
There's a lamppost that's been completely torn off. It's like foundation. It's just bad.
The palm trees look like sick.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Yeah. The palm trees are brown. They're brown.
Yeah, I've never seen a brown palm tree. Because I only look at pictures of palm trees. I rarely see them in real life. But yeah, this looks bad.
It looks so bad. Now, remember, this all began on September 19th. The CNN article where I got the following stats from was published on November 30th, more towards the end of the chaos. But remember, the volcano was still erupting at that time and was causing further damage. So just keep that in mind. Dr. Marissa, would you like to take turns reading these bonkers fucking stats? They're from the article. Where is it? Damn it, my notes. Spain's La Palma volcano continued to wreak havoc more than 2 months on. We'll read from there. I'll start.
I would absolutely love to. Let's do it.
Hopefully I can do it. Jeez. Okay. Quote, molten lava was reportedly flowing downhill at speeds of up to 3 feet per second.
The lava has already reached the Atlantic in 2 places on the island's west coast. Holy shit. Falling off cliffs into the ocean and adding to the coastline with a total of approximately 118 acres of lava landfill.
Yeah. The lava has destroyed around 2,800 acres, a third of which is farmland. The flow has devoured banana and avocado plantations vital to the island's economy.
Jesus. It has also destroyed more than 1,200 homes and 300 other buildings. More than 6,000 people have been displaced. And, quote, so this just ruined everything.
Yeah,
It
pretty much.
ruined their farms.
Yep.
It displaced all these people, ruined their homes. God,
Yep.
basically, what a punch in the face.
That's pretty...
Jesus.
Yeah, it sounds pretty awful, so it's not surprising to hear when a beekeeper was finally able to return to his hives, he expected the absolute worst.
Yeah.
In fact, when he got back, he saw his hives were completely buried in volcanic ash from top to bottom.
No.
The grim task of digging them out began, but it suddenly became nothing short of a goddamn miracle. When the keeper opened the beekeeping boxes, the bees were fine,
Oh, shut up.
buzzing away and living like nothing happened.
I love bees. I gotta know. What?
Quote, not only had the bees managed to survive the heat and noxious gases of the volcano, but they also avoided starvation by feeding off the stores of honey inside the hive,
Genius.
said Antonio Quesada to the New York Times. Antonio, by the way, is a beekeeper in the Canary Islands and a spokesman for the Gran Canaria Beekeepers Association.
Fuck yeah.
So how exactly did they make it through this? I mean, being buried in toxic ash for days seems like a really bad fucking situation.
I couldn't handle it.
No.
I'm pretty sure I would be dead immediately.
Yes, same. So, Dr. Marissa, please give us the finer details as to how the bees transformed their hives to survive a goddamn volcanic eruption.
I would absolutely love to. All right, from the NY Times article, honeybees survive for weeks under volcanic ash. Quote, the bees, known in the region as canary the canary black bee, use propolis, a resin-like mixture sometimes known as bee glue, to seal themselves in the hive.
Propolis.
Oh, propolis. This is how they protected themselves from the gases of the volcano. Mr. Quesada said, using propolis is typical of honeybees, which they produce from substances they collect from plants and buds to tiny gaps. To plug tiny gaps in the hive to protect it from rainwater and drafts, said Natalie Steinhauer, a researcher in the Department of Entomology at the University of Maryland. The bees also made sure to leave open a tiny pathway to the outside that they could later use to get out, Mr. Quesada noted, end quote. Oh my God, they left a door. Oh.
I know.
I'm fine. Also, I'm pretty I've heard of propolis before. I want to say it's used in skincare. I might be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's basically spackle.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'll put anything on my face. But yeah, this is incredible. They sealed it up.
They knew
Little fucking geniuses.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Yes, my friends, they insulated the hive, rationed their honey, and had the foresight to create a tunnel to get out when the coast was clear. So, I know.
Amazing.
Jesus. Keith Delaplane, director of the Honeybee program at the University of Georgia, told the New York Times, quote, you can't get much more dramatic than volcanic ash burying beehives and the bees surviving. It's a little piece of happy news, and heaven knows we need it.
Oh,
end quote.
Everyone needs to know about this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great fucking news. Thank you, Keith. But if any members of the flock want or need more inspirational bee survival stories as we hurtle face first into 2022, you're in luck.
Good.
There's a ton of them out there. Just Google honeybee survival stories or something along those lines, and you'll see shit like how bees survived forest fires after worker bees fanning their wings managed to lower temperatures of their hives.
Stop it.
Yeah. Remember when Notre Dame basically burned down to the ground?
Yeah.
That was like in 2019.
Oh my God! Jesus.
I could not believe that happened in 2019. I was like, what?
I'm positive that happened 40 years ago. Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, when Notre Dame caught fire and was almost destroyed, there was actually a bee colony on the roof, and those bees also survived.
Of course they did.
And there's a whole story behind that. Please give it a Google.
Oh my God.
My friends, if they can survive, so can we. God damn it.
Can we? Can we, Jill? Can we? I wonder if they know how important they are. And that's why, they try so hard.
I mean, they're hustling.
They're
Just
hustling
the hustle
hard.
don't stop. Yeah.
They're so cool. I aspire.
Yeah.
It's like, who do I want to be when I grow up?
A bee.
A bee. It's like Michelle Obama or a bee.
I love it. Yeah,
I love it too.
That's fantastic. Thank you for listening, subscribing, telling your friends about fucking honeybees shellacking their hives to survive a volcanic eruption.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for just tweeting and reviewing our pod.
Oh my God.
We read all of it and we love it.
There's been just an avalanche of just love and this. I'd love to. Yeah, we're smothered, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be smothered in that.
I'd be smothered in that. I think I'd survive. Yeah.
And please, stay interesting.
Please do.